Hello everyone. So I'm going to go over your best tried and proven advice for migraine sufferers. Things that people have used, submitted by you. There's hundreds of comments. A lot of them are going to be repeats, so I'll try to read just the unique ones. And we're going to get started in just 1 minute so that there's a little bit of time for you guys to collect. And I see there's 10 of you already, so I'm going to get started in about 1 minute from now. Hi Shanta, great to see you, my friend. So I'm going to be reading it from my computer monitor, so you'll be seeing me look away like that in case you're curious why I'm not looking at you directly in your eyeballs. And there's a lot of great advice here, so I can't wait to read them. And the first one is pretty funny, but legit. Hi, Krista. Good morning, ladies. I don't know if there's any gentlemen watching, but in the recording I'm sure there will be, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Or evening, or whenever you happen to be watching this. I'm going to get started in 30 seconds. And if you like these kinds of things, I've got tons more on my website, by the way, which is tomberkenmeyer.com. tomberkenmeyer.com, spelled just like it is on social media. Take out the space. Good morning, Donna. Good to see you. Getting started in about 10 more seconds, and then I'm going to read over them. And please share this. We all know people, if not ourselves, who suffer from migraines. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the question I posed on Facebook a while back that got tons of responses is your best tried and proven advice for migraine sufferers. Tons of people got help from it just by reading up and down what other people were sharing. So I'm going to put it out there so even more people get help. And if you share this on your timelines, then even more people are going to get help because a ton of people suffer from migraines. And we want to help them out with more natural therapies rather than medications and pharmaceuticals that have nasty side effects, okay? So we want to be able to keep our mind and relieve our migraines at the same time. I personally have never suffered a migraine, so I'm leveraging the advice of you guys who have and with things that work. So here we go. The first comment, right off the bat, I love my friends. They're real, the real deal. My friend Lily says, cunnilingus. While we're at it, we'll throw in fellatio. And it's true, that's a legitimate thing to say. It's not just something to giggle at like an 11-year-old, which I'm not shy to do. When you have an orgasm, sex in general, then it's going to dilate the blood vessels in your brain. It could relieve a headache. It could relieve a migraine. So it's a legitimate thing to say. So yeah, cunnilingus or fellatio, depending on your gender. Absolutely. My friend Arwen says darkness, so sitting in a dark place without the light and quieting the brain. Water, and water is a great advice. It's also commonly overlooked. I can't tell you how many people suffer a migraine and it's like drink a bunch of water and suddenly the migraine goes away and they're just dehydrated. And some people have a sensitivity to dehydration where they start getting headaches, sometimes a really bad migraine. So it's important to stay hydrated throughout the day. Most people need at least a full gallon of water. Most people think they're hydrated because they drink water, but they're not hydrated. So at least a gallon a day for most people. And if you're working out, probably more. Let's see here. My friend Stacy says she had her nose pierced. And she also says a lot of people have seen huge gains in relief in their migraines with well-placed piercings. That's news to me. I know nothing about that. But apparently, she also posted some evidence to back this up, that piercing's in the right place. And this could go to acupuncture as well. I know for a fact acupuncture can relieve headaches. But that's something for you guys to Google if you're interested. Piercings for migraines. Let's see here. The next one. Ice pack on the back of the neck and hot steamy towel over the eyes and sinuses. The hot and cold signals at the same time confuse the senses and stop the pain. So that's a simple natural therapy. Another person said, change eating habits, avoid gluten. So if you have a gluten intolerance of any kind, that could work out very well. If you don't, that probably won't make a difference. Changing the eating habits is huge. Switching to a plant-based whole food diet could not only go towards the wellness of somebody's brain, but just their overall body and their sense of wellness too, for that matter. Let's see. Here's a person that my friend Heather is just basically saying she's been prescribed different medications. They don't really work, and when they do, there's nasty side effects, and she doesn't feel like herself. Something I think all of us know about pharmaceuticals at this point. Let's see here. Does she go on to talk about a natural thing? She'll heat up a sock or a heating pad, go into a dark, quiet room, and put the heating pad or the sock over her eyes. She says it's not a guarantee fix, but it has helped her many times, and she did not have to take a pill that gave her side effects. So that's probably something we're going to hear a lot about. Also, heating up jasmine rice she's going into. She says it has a soothing smell. And dried beans work as well. So heat up anything along those lines. Go into a dark room, put it over your eyes, the back of your neck, and of course quiet the brain too. That's important. Seems to help a lot of people. My friend Kristen says pressure points work really well. So research pressure points and acupuncture therapy for that matter. And there's a lot of people commenting about how much help they're getting already from these comments. Here's another one. Hi Michelle. Hi Nicole. If I missed anyone, I apologize. I will go back through this and read this later after I'm done. Let's see here. Here's a person that was hit apparently by a car when she was only 7 years old, and ever since then it's triggered migraines. Let's see if she goes on for a fix for that. Okay, after doing lots of research, my friend Dalla says she found Panacea, whatever that is, Panacea. I don't know if there was a typo in that. And one mineral, magnesium. Working with the health food store, I found a balance of taking a high-powered vitamin with zinc and a larger dose of magnesium twice a day. You also have to understand your own triggers. And that includes stress, the weather, and mostly food and drink triggers. She now has chronic migraines under control for the first time in her life. Acupuncture works wonders on migraines, and so does cranial work by chiropractors. Sleep is also very essential. She says, I use something I learned in college known as fight or flight response, and now I go straight to bed and to sleep. As soon as a chronic migraine hits me, it does something to the brain. And I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and this has stopped my migraine patterns. The caffeine. Hope the info helps others. Cool. I read that slowly, so I didn't have to read it again. And by the way, this will be posted when I'm all done, so you guys can go back and listen to this and jot down notes and ideas for you to try, okay? Let's see here. Pink Himalayan salt, my friend Teresa says. I'm going to expand upon that. She didn't say anything else. What you could do is take 1 gallon of distilled water and add a teaspoon, or a quarter of 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt per 1 gallon of distilled water. And that's a really healthy way to get your water and to stay hydrated and to get the electrolytes and the dense minerals that are in pink Himalayan salt. My friend Amy, Daith piercings. I'm probably saying that wrong, but she's spelling it D-A-I-T-H, piercings. There was something mentioned about that earlier, so that might be something to piercings. Let's see here. My friend Tina says, migraines are different for everyone, but for me, I also have a bleed in my brain that causes seizure activity. Topamax, nerve block, and steroid blocks. Nothing has worked as well as a clean environment, clean from pesticides and cleaning equipment and smells. So I'm assuming by that she means she got rid of her household chemicals, cleaning agents that have chemicals in them, and she swapped it out for natural-based cleaning products that have no chemicals. And those are easier to find in stores now. Even Walmart has, I've seen, thieves and vinegar for all-purpose cleaners. And I think I saw a parsley cleaner for replacing Windex to clean glass and things like that, even at Walmart. So that stuff is getting easier to find now. She also goes on to say healthy foods, lots of water, and a healthy living. Ice caps work really well. Magnesium, zinc are great to have in your system. Stay away from the foods that are your trigger points. Caffeine seems to really help her. So she's the second person so far I've read that caffeine helps. And obviously there's a lot of debate about caffeine. Apparently for some people it helps relieve them of a migraine, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. My friend Verena says regular massages can stop it from even coming on, so that's sort of preemptive. Dark room cold compress, my friend Angelia says, really helps her. My friend Valerie says hot tea and ibuprofen as soon as it's coming on. acting fast. Several people pointing out acting fast. Don't mess around when you start to notice the symptoms. Don't mess around. Act fast. Here's something a little different. Ice pack on her head. The next part is different. My friend Holly says, lavender oil or peppermint with the ice pack on her head, and lay relaxed in a cold, dark room. A long time ago, I was at a dance competition and I got a horrible migraine, so I went back to my hotel to lay down. I had leftover meatballs and thought I needed food, so I took 2 bites of one, then slugged down some Pepsi, laid down for an hour, and I was cured. I thought for years meatballs and Pepsi was my cure. That's pretty funny. So now it's ice pack on her head and lavender oil or peppermint, and lay down in a cold, dark room and relax. And it gets rid of her horrible migraine. Let's see, moving right along. My friend Ria says, move to another location far away, preferably one more spacious and full of lots of organic fruits and veggies. Okay. Let's see here. I'm reading mostly the same stuff that everyone else has said now. Here's something different. In addition to everything else, lightly trace forehead, temples, and hairline with slightest touch of fingers. And that slightest touch, like a tickle touch along those areas, feels good anytime, even for me, and I don't suffer these things. But I can imagine it does wonders for people with migraines to help dilate the blood vessels in the brain. And meditation, she says. My friend Sammy, this is great advice. Stop eating or drinking anything with inflammatory properties. Within 2 months, and usually a lot sooner, most people who get them on a regular basis will usually notice them becoming less frequent and stop altogether. That's pretty cool. Can't emphasize that one enough. And I'm not going to go into it in this live feed, but you can Google research inflammatory foods and anti-inflammatory foods. So you know to stay away from the triggering inflammatory foods. And even if you don't suffer migraines like I don't, I still stay away from inflammatory foods just because I like to be healthy. And as I grow older, I don't want to develop problems. Let's see, my friend Patricia says magnesium and Epsom salt soak. Here's a different one. My friend Michelle says, my husband studied clinical hypnosis. When we start to get a migraine, we shorten our breathing, which only makes it worse. Our bodies lock up because we know the pain is coming, and we stop drinking water, which dehydrates us and makes it worse. Deep breathing, meditating, and drinking plenty of water will help. Let's see here. My friend Amy says Imitrex, I don't know what that is, and chiropractor heat pack on her neck and ice pack on her head. Pressure point release, my friend Sandy says. Book an appointment with a massage therapist for prevention. My friend Shannon says peppermint essential oil. So some of these are repeats now, but it's good to hear it's working for multiple people because it means it's probably going to work for other people. Let's see here. My friend Chrissy says, don't go on Facebook. The Facebook drama can give you a headache. All right, instead of don't go on Facebook, I will say this. I won't spend much time on this little diatribe. But don't let bad people or dramatic people drive you away from Facebook. Facebook is wonderful because they give you so many different filters to filter out the kind of garbage that you don't want to hear. I use it, and it's awesome. So I believe if you're getting a lot of drama on Facebook, it's because you're accepting it. You've done nothing to filter it out. So set up those filters, and Facebook can do the opposite for you. It can be a form of social therapy. It really can. It just depends on how you use it. Like any other tool, it depends on how you use it. Moving along, my friend Josette says peppermint oil on your forehead and temples and back of the neck. Next, put your feet up in a very warm water, as hot as you can stand, then place a bag of small frozen vegetables on the nape of your neck for 20 minutes. So that's a very specific protocol for you that you can try. Let's see here. My friend Diane says, don't talk about it. The more airtime you give it, the longer it will stay. Well, Diane, to an extent that's true. However, if there's a problem, first you have to recognize what it is, and then find the solution. So it's important to keep that in context. My friend Trista, this is different. She says alternating hot and cold water on her head to open up blood vessels. Then she runs the water as hot as she can stand it, then quickly switch it to cold, then back and forth, hot, cold, until it eases up. That seems to work for her very well. Hi, Katie. Hi, Nikki. Let's see here. Ooh, here's another one. It's back to essential oils. So we know peppermint oil works really well. Wintergreen essential oils. Rub a tiny bit where it hurts and the pain will go away. Works really well. Let's see here. I actually have wintergreen myself. And I know there's another one. I may not have it on me at the moment, but somebody else might bring it up. Who knows? All right, I don't know where it's at. So moving right along. Okay, here's another person about caffeine instead of pro-caffeine. Here's one person that says, cut down on caffeine significantly. My friend Lindsay says, so apparently caffeine makes hers worse, where other people, caffeine seems to relieve it. So that's just a question of knowing yourself and finding out what your own trigger points are and what your own reliefs are. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. Hi, Donna. My friend Renee says, Botox injections. I don't know about that, but hey, if it works for you. Let's see here. My friend Jennifer says, dipping into a cold pool, head underwater, always helps her. If swimming isn't available, then sleeping in a dark room and applying past tense an essential oil blend to the forehead and temples. My friend Bev says, I wash my hair in cold water and use ice packs. Christine says, I heard piercing the inner part of your ear is amazing. Apparently we're hearing that from several people, so there's got to be some truth to it. My friend Kim says, a temporary fix, a really tight baseball hat. Regular massage, lymphatic drainage have seemed to work really well for our clients still on the fence about ear candling. This is something to Google, ear candling, because I have actually heard from other people that ear candling helps. Let's see here. Here's a person, my friend Cassie says, cannabis, diet change. Look into that. I've heard cannabis works really well for a lot of things, including headaches of all kinds. Here's another one that just backed her up, smoke pot. My friend Sarah says, high impact turmeric and pink Fijian ginger. I've never heard of that. It's spelled Fijian. That's pink Fijian ginger. So you can Google that if you wish. Our high impact turmeric and pink Fijian ginger. My migraines are pretty much non-existent anymore. Also, Ruru cream. That's R-U-R-U cream. So there's a couple things you guys can Google. It seems like it's been a cure for her. She says pretty much her migraines don't exist anymore since those things. And by the way, this is being recorded. It'll be posted to my Facebook, so you can go back over this and take notes as you wish. Hi, Nicole. Let's see here. Moving right along. Here's a person that says just putting a cold, wet cloth over her eyes and then taking a nap. We've heard that from several people, so there must be something to that. Another person says pot. It's natural. It is natural. So long as it's not GMO pot. Watch out for that, potheads. Stay away from the GMO stuff. Another person with peppermint oil. A lot of people like peppermint oil for migraines, so that's a pretty good clue. Let's see here. A lot of repeat things here I'm reading right now, just weeding through it very quickly. I've gone through so many comments now, I'm reading mostly repeats, but I'm sure I'll get some new, unique ones that I haven't seen. Okay. Hands and feet, warm water. Okay, here's something a little different. My friend Sarah says, put hands and feet in very warm water, as hot as comfortably tolerated, and put ice on the back of the neck for 15 minutes. Keep eyes closed and do slow breathing. This helps the pressure built up in the brain to decrease and be dispersed to other parts of the body. Drink 8 ounces of water before and after. 95% of the time this helps my daughter, who has had debilitating migraines for over 2 years. That's pretty powerful. So you may want to try that out, friends. Let's see here. Here's a person that tried medications from her doctor. Apparently it was useless, my friend Erica says. And they just became crippling. Completely ineffective. So now she has found that putting heat on her back and ice on her neck to be a tremendous help with relief from migraines. That's pretty cool. Hey Allie, great to see you. Hope you enjoyed that picture of that painted rock that you painted that I sent you. I still have it, yes I do. Let's see here. My friend Heather says she hasn't found anything yet, but now with this video and all, this thread that's out there, hopefully she's going to find some solutions, which hopefully you guys will too, and anybody that you share this with on your timelines find some solutions because of this resource, this wonderful resource. Let's see here. Moving right along. My friend Beverly gets a lot of help from her chiropractor for prevention, actually. My friend Joey says, okay, this is very specific. Juice of 1 lemon, a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, stir and drink. Apparently he gets a lot of relief with that. CBD, cannabis. My friend Kathleen says. Let's see, reading through one right now. Let's see, a lot of the same stuff, different essential oils, hot packs, cold packs, dark room, quiet the brain, sleep, plenty of water. Here's a person commenting that she's getting a lot of help from this, so that's excellent. More dark room comments. See, a lot of repeats here. When you find patterns like this, I always look for pattern recognition because that's an indication that it works, right? Bananas, apparently for this person, with calcium, magnesium, peppermint oil, tons of water, diet. So it's not just a silver bullet, it's a lifestyle. But bananas, I haven't heard that one before. One of my friends, Dawn, chiropractic care and cannabis. That's all she said. Apparently that works for her really well. And some people here I'm reading thanking me for this post because they're getting so much help from it. And my friends, if you share this on your timeline, some of your friends are going to get a lot of help from this too. This is a wonderful resource. And let's see here. Well, my friend Ashley says coffee and essential oils applied to the temple and back of the neck. Ice packs help too, and laying down with the lights off and no stimulation. Unless you're taking the first advice that I read, which was cunnilingus or fellatio, which is a legitimate thing that stimulates the dilation of the blood vessels in the brain. If you missed that, this will be posted when I'm all done, so don't worry. Hi Donna, hi Katie. Facial blaster. I've never heard of that before. F-A-S-C-I-A. Oh, fascia blaster. F-A-S-C-I-A blaster. You guys can Google that to see what that is. Some metaphysical advice. Call upon Archangel Raphael, the healing archangel. Well, good luck with that one. Katina. My friend Katina says nothing really cured her 100%. She says menopause helps, regular chiropractor care helps, avoiding food triggers, tons of them, cutting out all inflammatory foods, beyond sugar, soy, dairy, wine, chocolate, dairy and aged cheeses, yogurt, of course the whole mold Candida issue is huge. So she's got a lot going on, but it looks like a lifestyle change, basically is what she was describing, is helping her a lot. Let's see here. All right, here's a person that has tried tons of natural therapies, including all the ones that we've mentioned here, and including pharmaceuticals. And the only thing that's even come close to making her feel better is marijuana. So I'm glad that that's available for her. Let's see. Here's a person that's just going gluten-free and dairy-free and eliminating inflammatory foods relieved her of her headache. My friend Rebecca. That's awesome. Another person, my friend Stephanie, just changing her diet. No sugar, no dairy, no gluten. And checking your environment. Toxic black mold can wreak havoc on your health. Taking the best supplements consistently, getting fresh air, grounding yourself at the beach. That means taking your shoes and socks off and earthing. You can Google search earthing to find out what that is. Frankincense, as known as liquid gold. Frankincense or lavender oil, high grade, rubbed on the temples and the bridge of nose. Massage, acupuncture, detoxing, all those things. So much of them we've gone over. It's nice to see it. Let's see here. Here's a person, my friend Lucy says, was a migraine sufferer for many years. Nothing helped. As soon as she started eating healthier and working out and cutting out artificial crap, took care of her headaches and migraines altogether. Also very important, limitations on sugar and lots of vegetables and water, water, and more water. What great advice all of that is. That's one that hasn't been mentioned yet, is exercise. So not just changing all these other things, your lifestyle, but exercise is part of the lifestyle. Exercise creates healthier blood vessels, healthier blood pressure, and dilates the blood vessels, which all goes directly towards relief from migraines and as well as prevention and just healing from having them regularly. Can't say enough about that. Thank you for that, Lucy. Let's see here. Here's a person who says, my friend October, her relief from migraines includes big pharmaceutical, which will most likely have me crucified again on your posts. Not from me. I'm not anti-pharmaceutical. If it's the thing that helps you or nothing else could, I'm glad it exists for you, October. Let's see here. My friend Jan says Reiki, meditation, and peppermint oils. So we've heard those things before. Heat on her neck and upper back, darkness, lots of water, shielding energy. Reiki is a new one. I haven't read that one yet, so that's different. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. Let's see here. Reading through a lot of repeats. Oh, here's something different. My friend Christina says she heard from 2 people say that eating something very cold to induce a brain freeze stops a migraine. That sounds like a trade-off. So I guess you have to pick which is better. But then the brain freeze is only seconds, where a migraine can be minutes or hours. I've heard days for some people. So that really does work. It sounds like a pretty good trade-off. A few seconds of a brain freeze for the elimination of a migraine headache that could last for hours. That's pretty cool. And she goes on to say her migraine stopped when she stopped using things with man-made fragrances and chemicals, and when she eliminated bad or processed foods, also staying away from other chemicals used for other things like paint, sealers, and adhesives. And speaking of that, just anything like if you wear perfume or cologne, the kind of deodorant that you use, just start questioning everything that you're either breathing in through your nose or absorbing in through your skin or eating. And then you have to address fragrances that come with a lot of things that we don't even think about. But if you're thinking about everything that you're either breathing in or absorbing or eating, then you start to make those discoveries, and those are very valid. They can be triggering not just migraines, but any kind of inflammatory response as well, which most of the country suffers from inflammatory problems. So start questioning all that stuff and you'll find some answers to a lot of problems you never even thought about before. Let's see here. Here's a good one. My friend Barbara says, well, mine is not proven, but it helps for me. Proof enough. Alternating between hot and cold compress, dark room, no noise, rest. And just like Sarah said, another person, put hands and feet in warm water, definitely helped her. And if you can tolerate caffeine, maybe a little of that. I can't have caffeine, but in the past when I could, I would drink a bit of coffee. Cool stuff, Barbara. Thank you for that. Here's a person that says, I think I read this already, but in case I haven't, Botox therapy. Apparently that's the only thing that's worked for her after trying both natural remedies and pharmaceutical stuff. But she says doing the Botox therapy, she hasn't had a migraine ever since she started that. And she used to have 3 or 4 a week. That's amazing. Oh, she got a piercing done, and the D-A-I-T-H, date. Several people have said that, and I don't know what that is. I feel like I should. I'm sure somebody will correct me in this thread. Let's see, I'm getting towards the end here. Well, here, my friend Michelle, she's a practitioner. She says when she has a client with migraines, she will open their psychic abilities. It stops their migraines in its tracks for life. That's quite a claim to make. So my friends, you can Google research that, opening up psychic abilities for the purpose of stopping migraine headaches, and see what you find. My friend Karen says she got rid of her boyfriend, her migraines went away. That's pretty funny. Okay, my friend Valerie says she used to get tons of migraines and used to take painkillers or whatever was recommended by her doctor. And that was just for headaches. And then the headaches, after doing that method, changed into ocular migraines that have no pain of any significance. Now she takes nothing, drinks lots of water, she does yoga, stays away from cane sugar, or any sugar for that matter. Headaches amount to nothing, pass in about 15 minutes, it's all good now. Awesome. My friend Angel says, cover your eyes with a damp cloth and lay down in a cold dark room, take a nap, no sounds, no stimulation. Here's a person, I haven't heard this yet. My friend Erica says you have to figure out if it's your sinuses or an actual headache. If it's the sinus, heat applied to your sinus cavities, under your eyes, and seems like a typo, but I'm going to try to read this, under your eyes and the back of your skull. Cool. Wow, here's a person, my friend Amelia. She said she was suffering from migraine vertigo for 12 years. And the only thing that has helped has been massages. There you go. Okay, my friend Renee says this. You have a strong desire and overthinking, doubting. The energy has nowhere to go. Be easy with yourself by getting off the subject for a while. So some mindset stuff. And that does help too. Absolutely it does, combined with other lifestyle changes. Because think about it, I want to touch on this for just a moment. Let's say you're eating all the right foods and you're doing these other things, sitting in a dark, cold room, compresses and this and that, and you're eating good and breathing in clean air, but you're stressing out about whatever. Stress will negate everything else that you're doing right. So if you want the benefit of all the right decisions that you're making, then you have to get rid of stress. You have to find a way to do it. Stress, like 90 to 95% of illnesses are caused by stress, even with people that eat right. They will still get cancer, they'll still get migraines, and they'll still have problems. So if you don't get rid of stress, you can't really have a conversation about getting healthy or getting rid of migraines. So there's a lot of truth to it, Renee, to this saying. Let's see here. My friend Christina says, hot Epsom salt bath, cold washcloth on the head, soothing oils like peppermint, eucalyptus. That's the one I was trying to think of. Winter green and eucalyptus oils. Or lavender oil on your neck. Make special blends at health food stores, especially for head and neck pain. A nap, if possible, and or a massage also works wonders, as other people have also said. Hi, Christine. Good morning. My friend Nancy. Nancy, you're one of the people I was thinking of when I made this thread, because you told me about your migraines and I didn't really have an answer. So I thought I would pose the question, and it looks like you're getting a lot of help from this now. So I'm very happy to help you, Nancy, and everyone else who's getting help. And as you all share this on your timelines, more people will get help. This is a big problem. A lot of people suffer migraines and are not sure what to do. So this is a resource that can help them out a lot. Here's a person, my friend Sherry says, she's great at getting rid of migraines. So naturally, we want to know what she's doing. Just massaging the scalp in the areas needed and pressing on the joints that are tight. My fingers just go where they need to. That's pretty cool. My friend Lindsay, this is different. My friend Lindsay says she takes adaptogens on a regular basis. Adaptogens are powerful. Just Google them. I'm not going to get into what they are here. It's a nutritional thing. Google adaptogens. ADAPTOGENS. She also says healing tones on YouTube. They have them specifically for migraines. Yeah, this is different. Healing tones, sound. Every sound has a vibrational frequency, and they line up with certain. Well, for the purpose of this conversation, some of the vibrations at a particular sequence will line up with an ailment that we have going on, and will help us heal from that ailment. It could take a migraine away. And this is something that has empirical evidence to back it up. It's not just metaphysics. And they're doing a lot of testing now, and even some hospitals are starting to use sound as healing for various things, even to repair knees from, knee replacement surgery. I've seen people use sound in hospitals, which is pretty cool. That's another thing you can Google research. And you can also YouTube it. Healing tones on YouTube. I would imagine there's tons of videos that just loop itself over and over again, so it can go for a long time, of vibrational sounds at a certain frequency for this example, migraine headaches. So you could possibly YouTube search in their search engine, maybe healing tones for migraine headaches, and see what you come up with. In fact, I'm going to do that after this video, see what I find. Chiropractic adjustment got rid of my friend Tammy's migraines. Massage peppermint oil on your temples, Patsy says. A lot of repeat stuff here. Acupuncture. Here's a different one. My friend Kelly says, I learned when I studied shiatsu that crawling on the floor, hanging your head down when you have a migraine helps. I don't get migraines, so I never tested it. Okay, so this is basically something that she studied. So, for those of you that are able to crawl on the floor with your head hanging down and you have migraines, try that out, see if that helps. Maybe it will. Let's see here. My friend Laura works in a hospital. Apparently they give caffeine IVs to patients in the hospital. And it works. So that's something. If you can't get a caffeine IV, maybe just drink it, like some people have already said in this thread, and it seems to help. One person said that caffeine made it worse, so that's part of knowing yourself too. Let's see here. Alright, just a couple more comments to go. I see the end now. Just reading a lot of repeats. Vitamin therapy, someone says. And my friend Amanda says that. So I'm assuming vitamin therapy, you're talking about megadoses, where they're doing maybe 10,000 to 12,000 grams of vitamin. Who knows what vitamin that is for a migraine? I don't know. But I would imagine that would be intravenously injected into the bloodstream by an orthomolecular doctor, so that's something to look into as well. Make a tinfoil hat, blocks EMF. That's from my friend Janine. Okay, so I'll talk about that just for a moment so I can end this soon. But electromagnetic frequencies, that's a real thing. It's everywhere. Things that are typically wireless are going to be higher levels of EMFs. Like, I don't know, your cell phone is a major one. If you have Wi-Fi in your house, Wi-Fi is like citywide now in most cities. So EMFs are at high levels everywhere. And it has been proven to cause problems over the long term. So tinfoil actually blocks all of it. So she's talking about getting a tinfoil hat, and they actually make things now. We can Google research EMF protection, for example, and you'll find websites full of things that protect your body, your car, while you're driving, or whatever. Things that, glasses, cell phone covers, hats you can put on, vests you can put on that protects you from being contaminated with EMFs. And some people have a really high sensitivity to EMF, and so this helps them out a lot. So that's something you can look into. You can either make a tinfoil hat, or you can go to one of these websites and order a hat or whatever and see if that makes a difference for you. You can also get EMF filters for your house, things that you plug into your outlets. And you'd probably want to do 1 or 2 per room where the EMF levels are really high. You can buy meters to measure the EMF levels in your house in each room. And you can decide from that which rooms might need an EMF filter, and probably be the room where you have your Wi-Fi set up, maybe where you store your cell phone. The microwave emits a lot of that. And for some people that actually does make a difference, also not just with migraines, but with reducing inflammation in their bodies. Hi Holly, hi Natalie. So that's something to look into if you want. My friend Andra says, warm feet. So that could be soaking your feet in water, or a warm compress, or earthing outside on a warm day, putting your feet in the sand, or earthing. Let's see. And my last one I'm reading, because this is the last comment, my friend Goldie says, there's an essential oil blend called Past Tense, and also peppermint. Just rub that on the temples, and the arch of your feet and ears relieves headaches. Simple, very rigid advice that is, which makes it simple to follow. So not rigid sometimes is very cool. And that is it, my friends. That's everything. I'm going to try to go back through the comments on this just a little bit. I probably won't see them all, but I'll go back later and read. Yuzan, nice to see you. Chimera, nice to see you. Mel, very nice to see you. Christina, Christine says, exercise and healthy eating. Absolutely. Exercise gets the blood flow to help get rid of the headache. That is so true. She uses that herself, so tried and proven. Let's see here. My friend Lori says, gluten-free, sugar-free diet makes a big difference in many areas, especially inflammation as well as migraine headaches. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Dina, hey, I don't know if you're still here, but good morning to you. And Katie, good morning to you. And Donna, good morning to you. And Nicole. Okay, my friend Nicole says, caffeine, it contains vasoconstrictive properties because during a migraine, the blood vessels enlarge. The caffeine can counteract that, so brew some of your favorite tea or maybe coffee, and of course, pressure points. Let's see more. And she found that a bath and Body Works stress relief, body lotion all over your neck and temples, works great. She suffered for 20 years and tried all the meds, but these things work much better. Natural therapies, all right. Let's see here. What else have people left? Hi, Lori. Drink purified water. Many migraines and headaches are the result of dehydration. True dat. Nikki, hello. Eating potatoes. Well, that's a new one, Katie. Eating potatoes. You'll have to reply in this thread if you have a specific way that you make them that helps you. Let's see here. Hi, Jody. Good morning. Hi, Mariah. You're watching me. That was a long time ago you posted that comment. If you're still there, let me know. And I hope you're getting some value from all this content. A coffee enema. You're the first to say that. Coffee enemas do wonderful things. It helps the liver filter things through so that the liver doesn't get clogged up. But if that would help a migraine, I don't see the connection, but I don't know, maybe there is one that I don't know about. I have no idea. If somebody has tried a coffee enema to deal with a migraine, feel free to comment and let us know if it had an effect. Hi, Donna. Pink Himalayan salt. Yeah, we heard that a couple times on here. By the way, guys, if you love this stuff, my website is tomberkenmeyer.com. Take out the space, spell just like you see it here, tomberkenmeyer.com. I got tons of great information about health, healing, happiness in general. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Laura. Nicole, Michelle. Thank you, Donna. Glad you think this video is great. I think it's pretty great too because you guys made it great with all your participation. Maureen. Hey, Maureen. Nice to see you. Christine. Nice to see you. All right, I'm all caught up on that. Let me scroll back down, see what I just missed. All right, cool. I am all caught up now. All right, that is going to conclude this video. Unless somebody else has something to say here in the next few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. And as soon as I tap finish on this live feed, it's going to be posted to my Facebook probably inside of 1 minute. Facebook is very good and very quick about that. So this is a wonderful resource. I must have read over 50, 60 different unique things and repeated myself on a few. And so you may not suffer migraines, or maybe you do. Go back over and jot down notes, watch this again, and start trying stuff to help you out. And also, you've got people in your life, friends, family, who knows, that suffer from migraines. And you're probably not even aware, at least of some of them that do, because maybe it hasn't come up in conversation. If you share this video on your timeline, it's going to help some of them, the ones that watch this. And you can be their hero, who knows, so thank you for it. So this is a wonderful free resource for you to put out there and really help people find relief from their migraines. And once again, my website, tomberkenmeyer.com. I've got thousands of videos, literally. I've got well over 2,000 videos so far, and hundreds of blog posts so far, all to do with health, healing, happiness, mindset stuff, different kinds of freedoms of the mind, freedom financially. Cherry pick whatever can help you out. And take care, everybody. I'll make another video soon. Bye for now. Mwah.